Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being with us this evening for our board meeting. Mr. Superintendent, do we have any public comments or presentations?
We don't have any comments. We do have presentation. Time to time, we recognize.
Is your mic on? Yeah.
We don't have any comments, but we have a presentation, several presentations. From time to time, we like to recognize acceptance service by our employees, and I have an example of that tonight. I think you remember me mentioning during the previous board meeting that we replaced a lot of furniture. About 17 buildings received furniture, new furniture throughout the district, and that our last building, Auburn Middle, was scheduled to come in right before school started, and we were going to have it in before the first day of school. Of course, the delivery was late. It came in, I think that's Sunday or Monday, if I'm not mistaken. And so we had members of our logistical services team and facilities team to agree to stay over and supplement the labor of the contractors to make sure they got the furniture in on time so the students wouldn't have to be without furniture the first day of school. And so I want to recognize them. They stayed late, at least 2 nights, very late, 11 o'clock, but I think was the late, around 11 o'clock was the time that they left. And I want to recognize Orlando Charlotte, Anthony Jackson, Everett Johnson, Henry Lewis, Roger Page, Mikara Reese, Enrique, is it Enrique or Enrique? Enrique, I thought so, Enrique Rivers, Rudine Ward, and Ms. Whitlock. I don't know, I'll try that first time. Y'all come on up, come on up. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna present them, if you don't mind, Madam Chair, with the DCSS Corn of Distinction. That is our challenge corn. And they'll each get one of those along with my sincere compliments and appreciation. I walked through there. They wouldn't let me do any work. They thought I'd mess it up, so I just walked through and thanked them. But they were there and they stayed and they got it done and did a wonderful job. So thank you very much.
I'm glad they should have heard that. I just stand back in.
All right. And this is I got Miss Sharonda Thompson. I got her. I didn't have on the list. She gave me the list. She was there too. She was working too. Was she working? She was working. And this is a copy of our DCSS Corn of Distinction that recognizes exemplary work on behalf of folks who exemplify the spirit of the corn represents. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, everybody look this way. Take a couple. Perfect. Hang on, man. Got another name.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, thank you.
Okay.
That's right.
Wonderful. Thank you. We do love to celebrate around here, and that was certainly needed, and I know the students appreciated it, and so did the teachers and principals, so thank you. All right, at this time, we will review the agenda items to give board members an opportunity to ask questions, make comments. We will need an executive session to discuss litigation, personnel, and student matters, and we do anticipate needing to vote after that executive session. So that will be at the end of our board briefing. Okay. At this time, board members, are there any questions or comments about the agenda? Okay. Item number 1, the consideration of the approval of the minutes from the mid-month board meeting held on July 25th. Item number 2, consideration of recommendation for employment of personnel. Item number 3, consideration of recommendation for release of personnel. Item number 4, consideration of recommendation to approve the 2024-2025 millage rate resolution.
Again, just, Madam Chair, that's a, if you call your attention to that, as we discussed at the last meeting, this is a resolution that has to go to the Dougherty County Board of Commissioners for full adoption, but it does reflect a reduction in the millage rate from 17.993 mills to 17.967 mills, and I think that's the 6th reduction in the millage rate in the last 7 years. And so thank the board for their for its stewardship, and hopefully we'll continue to lead in such a way that we can continue to provide relief to taxpayers whenever possible.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Dougherty, does that mean that I have to pay a little less taxes?
Yes, sir. That would mean you pay a little less taxes this year.
Well, I tell you, I'm glad I don't live under some of these governments. Thank you.
All right. Item number 5, consideration of recommendation to approve the Georgia Department of Education grant budgets. Item number 6, consideration of recommendation to approve fundraising request consent items. Item number 7, any committee reports?
Madam Chair, I did have a question for the superintendent.
Okay.
I know we received some pictures from Lincoln.
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you give us an update on that, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Those pictures were some concerns about some items that were in disrepair, the gazebo and some other items, and we forwarded that information to facilities. And I have a meeting with Mr. Fowler, I think this week, I forgot what day, to get an update on those, and I'll be glad to provide you with a written update on those after that meeting.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
All right, at this time, Mr. Superintendent, are you ready to give your report?
Yes, ma'am. All right, Superintendent's report for August 12th, 2024. Be a brief report tonight, as we expect a pretty lengthy executive session, but we'll go over our strategic priorities, give an operational update pertaining to our phone system, some celebrations and announcements, and then, of course, our executive session. Of course, the vision of the Dougherty County School System is that we are a destination school system that, a partnership with families and community partners, provides quality educational and social development experiences that empower its graduates to be successful and impactful contributors to society. And our mission is to meet the academic and non-academic needs of our students with the rigorous and relevant educational experiences that equip them to succeed in life. And our priority areas in our strategic plan include early literacy, academic rigor and relevance for all students, social and emotional wellness, investment in human capital, and family and community engagement. And the information that we're going to share now relates to our early literacy and academic rigor and relevance. And it's a comparison of our milestones performance and the state's milestones performance, comparing 2023 results and 2024 results. And in our proficient and above category, you'll see the state increased in 9 tested subjects. We also increased in 9 tested subjects. The state stayed the same in 1 tested subject. We stayed the same in 2, and the state decreased in 3 tested subjects, and we decreased in 1. In terms of developing and above, the state increased in 4 tested subjects. We increased in 8. The state stayed the same in 6. We stayed the same in 3, and the state decreased in 3 tested subjects, and we decreased in 1. In terms of reading and literacy rates, out of the 7 grades that are tested, the state increased in 3 and decreased in 4. We increased in 6 and stayed the same in 1, decreased in none. So overall, a solid performance in terms of our progress with our Georgia Milestones results. We'll go a little deeper into grade level and school performance after it's presented to our Instructional Accountability Committee meeting at a future meeting. Any questions about that summary data? If not, the next item is our Level Up program, family community engagement. Saturday, August 10th, we graduated 14 cohort members in the 11th cohort of our Certified Nursing Assistant program through our partnership with Integrity Healthcare. They have graduated over 100 adult family members of Dougherty County School System students with CNA credentials. So they are equipped to change careers and provide get a better wage, get job with benefits, more stable, create a more stable home environment for our students. And as we discussed when we initiated our strategic plan, family engagement is more than just having math night or curriculum night or PTO meetings. That's part of it, but also to help our families provide a better life for their children. And so one way to do that is to help them develop more marketable employment skills so that they can get gainful employment and level up their careers. And so that's where the term level up comes from. And this is the 11th cohort of CNA graduates. We're on our 3rd cohort, I think. We finished our 3rd cohort, heavy equipment. We're on our 4th. We finished 4. We're on 4th here. We finished 3. We finished our 3rd. We're on our 4th right now. And so we're pleased with that, and we're looking to expand that level up program this year. Of course, you know, this is funded through our partnership with Georgia Power. We met with Georgia Power representatives a couple of weeks ago, and we have another meeting, I think this Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, to discuss, the funding was scheduled to run out to end this year. We're pretty confident that we'll get that extended in additional funding. And as because of the success that we've had here, they're looking at expanding this throughout. There's several service regions throughout the state of Georgia. So we're excited about that. Of course, now if they want to, they can just get all the money to stay here. We'll be glad to use it. But but I don't think they're going to do. I think they're going to look at expanding this through the state and using our Level Up program as a model that we can replicate across the state to impact different communities. So thank you. I want to thank in their absence, thank Mr. Denita Wiggins and her team. Well, of course, Dr. McQuitty Griswold, who's the Director of Family Community Engagement, and Mr. Vincent Davis, who helped lead that at the cabinet level. So thank you, sir, for that, and express our thanks to that team for the wonderful work they've been doing with this Level Up program and taking our family community engagement to another level as well. Celebrations and announcements, of course, open house. Open house. You'll see some pictures from the first day of school and open house there. You'll see first day of school, and those I got a chance to visit all of our first year principals last week, well the first week of school, and make sure they were doing okay, and they all were. The Dougherty County Police Department had a national night out and supply drive across the community. Those pictures there. Then we had Mary Acres gym ribbon cutting. Mary Acres was the last middle school gym that still had the old wooden bleachers. And so their project began last year and ended over the summer. And they have the new composite bleachers, new paint, branded floor, just like Mary Acres, just like Radiant Middle, Albany Middle, and Robert Cross. So now we all have, all of our middle schools have modern gymnasiums, and we're looking forward to having that at our high schools as well, with the Dougherty High and Westover High projects well underway. And so we'll have complete modern gymnasiums throughout our school system. Summer graduation was held August 4th at 3 p.m. at Albany Municipal Auditorium. We had 17 graduates participate. I want to thank all of our principals and their teams for being there. Also, Ms. Hutley was there. She had to leave before we took the picture, but she was there in the audience. I wanted to make sure I knew she was there. And of course, Ms. Heath, Gaines Heath, was there, and Dr. Fennessy was there. So we certainly appreciate them for being there, and our students appreciate it. Now, quite frankly, I don't care. I don't know if they care we are there or not, as long as they got their diplomas. But it is still good to witness them reach that milestone in life. And although they didn't graduate with the classes in the spring, it does not diminish the accomplishment that they were able to achieve. And we made sure we let them know that. And I think by the emotion that we saw from them and their families, that they recognize this is a significant accomplishment as well. So congratulations to them and their families. Any questions or comments? If not, then Madam Chair, that's all I have.
All right. Just go ahead and go into executive session. Yeah. Due to there being action that we are planning on taking after our executive session, we will go ahead and go into executive session. So at this time, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session for personnel, litigation, and student matters. Yes, sir.
School managers.
It's been heavy on my heart, and I have spoken to many people about this. And of course, while I believe in following the law, and it is against the law to tell people where to live, but I'm a big proponent of our employees being role models living in Dougherty County. It just helps, in my opinion, overall, to see leaders living in our community. And as I said, I believe in the law of land, and I believe they had a case in Atlanta when Mr. Maynard Jackson was mayor. He attempted to kind of enforce the situation with the police officers not making money in Atlanta, going back to Cobb County. And he got ruled against, and I believe in following the law, but my heart just tells me to express my concerns, and I wish that others would be heavy on their hearts as well. And I know truly you can't tell people where to live, but I lived in the same place for 40 years. 40 years. And it just kind of bothered me, and I just wanted to say that. That was heavy on my heart. I had to say it. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, I will entertain a motion to go into executive session for personnel, litigation, and student matters.
Madam Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I move that we go into executive session for personnel matters, legal issues, and student concerns.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, the motion passes. We will now enter into executive session. If you'd please gather your belongings and exit the boardroom, and we will, someone will notify you when we're finished. allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you for your patience, and thank you for joining us. Mr. Superintendent, do we have any public comments or presentations?
No, ma'am.
Okay. At this time, I'll entertain a motion for approval of the agenda,
So moved.
with including the addendum, personnel addendum as 2A. Sorry, can you read?
Whoever.
Okay.
I make,
All right, all in favor?
aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion passes. At this time, are there any changes to the minutes from July 25th? Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion.
So move, Poole.
Second.
Okay, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve a consent agenda. Oh, I'm sorry, we got to vote on that one. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion passes. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve a consent agenda for items 2, including 2A,
Madam Chair.
3, 4, I'm sorry, we're gonna pull out 4. 5, so 2 and 3, and then 5 and 6.
Madam Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I so move.
Second, Poole.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes. This time I'll entertain a motion to adopt the 2024-2025 millage rate resolution.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion passes. And are there any other announcements?
On one, Madam Chair, I know we spoke at a previous board meeting about having our mid-month meetings at schools.
Yes.
And I spoke with, we have a principals meeting tomorrow, so we're gonna mention that to them. But I spoke with Mr. Hatcher, and he's eager to show the hydroponics greenhouse
Yeah.
and the robotics,
Yes.
the robotics teams, new robot. Our team developed a robot to help the Marine base gather materials in the logistics depot, maintenance depot. You go gather materials and bring it to the workers. And so he would love to show that off. So if it's okay with the board, our August 29th meeting, midday meeting can be at 4C Academy.
Great.
I move.
All right. And so we'll have an opportunity to have a schedule for the rest of the year at the August 29th meeting.
Perfect.
Madam
Okay.
Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I certainly want to celebrate our improved exposure by way of the printed media. And I'm excited about the fact that our social media exposure is always on point, including our website, attractive website. And I want to compliment our superintendent for looking so good in those pictures.
Thank you for that. All right, if there's, do you have something?
I have a quick question. In reference to the use of the website, I understand that there has been a training that has gone forth for teachers.
That's the new messaging system.
Okay.
Rooms, and it's replacing Remind. And it's affiliated with the same company that manages our website for us, that hosts our website, Aptitude. And so it's similar to Rooms, but it has more functionality. And so we began that migration last year, and we did dual. Some folks were piloting Rooms to make sure it met our needs, while the rest of the district was on Remind. And and then this year we all migrating to Remind. So we had training for principals, office staff, and some teachers. We continue that. As a matter of fact, tomorrow during our principals meeting, we're going to give another refresher for our principals as they migrate to that new technology, the new platform.
Okay.
Was there questions? Any specific questions?
I'd just be curious to know how to use and access things, that's all.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, that's when teachers want to send messages to parents. We can sort of show you how that works.
I'm a grandparent, so I need.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Madam Chair, I just would like to take privilege to acknowledge the leadership of Albany. Ms. McKnight and Mr. Ford is here today. I know you guys, you don't understand, you have some alumni here, so make sure you get a chance to have a conversation with them. So thank you for taking time to come out to our school system.
I would love to meet the alumni. I'm glad this, so I really appreciate you all leadership. I want to hear from research and listening. Any ideas you'd like to drop off on me, I would love to let you all know. Have to pass the torch for someone. I think it'll be in best interest to pass it to me and my colleagues.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all for being here. Okay, if there's nothing further, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Poole.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? The motion passes. We're now adjourned. Thank you all.